All right, boys. The new Lamborghini Countach LPI-800-4 2021. Now, the Crew Motorfest does this car justice. I personally love this car. I think Lamborghini did a great job on it. I was a fan of the first, the OG Countach. The engine sound, if you go to Lamborghini's website and look at this car, they have an audio clip of what it sounds like, and it sounds exactly like it does in the game. So, Need for Speed Unbound. If you remember, the Countach was in the game. It was one of my favorite cars. It was one of the fastest cars, one of the fastest accelerating cars. I used it a lot in multiplayer, in single player as well. We have this 920 of 920. We're maxed out. Obviously, we could use some better parts. We only have one legendary. The grind for that. We got to go. We got to change our affixes and grind for higher loot. But 280 mile an hour, it seems like all the hypercars top out at 280. Some go faster, some don't. This thing rips. It's won me a ton of races. But if you remember Need for Speed Unbound, there was no customization. You could put wheels on it, tint the windows. That was it. And if you remember, the active arrow on the rear just did not work. It was supposed to, as you go faster, it bumps up, and then when you brake, it's, drag, slow you down. So it does seem like Unbound Volume 4, they added a Countach Body Kit, and I was watching a video. This body kit it doesn't look as good as the one in the Crew. Let's just get that right out of the gate. And the active arrow works, but when you brake, it doesn't go up higher, and the Crew Motorfest has both. So right there, they're doing it better. And this is locked behind EA Play, and if you guys were there from launch, a lot of people were using the Most Wanted BMW all over the place, and then after like a month, you didn't see them anymore. It's because if you subscribe to EA Play for $4.99 a month, you would think you get to keep everything because you had it. No, as soon as you unsubscribe, they take everything away. So you have to pay $5 a month for the rest of your life if you want to continue to use this kit, which is just a big L. And it's crazy that they lock something behind a paywall like that. It's crazy. The Crew Motorfest, and then on top of that, they did a hot fix supposedly to fix it. It still didn't work. I'll throw up a clip here. All right, another change was the 2021 Countach. Supposedly the active arrow wing is supposed to work now. So let's go see. I'm assuming it would have activated by now. Yeah, literally in the patch notes it says that this and you can't add any parts to it. Wow, okay, so another thing that doesn't work from the patch notes. Why am I not surprised? Come on, man, get it together. That was from launch and then one of the first updates, but look, launch. This car, let's look at what you can do to it. Obviously, you can change the color. You got two hoods. You got carbon fiber and regular stock hood. You've got front bumpers. Now look at this. Look at the headlights. It's like when you bake your headlights, you take them off your car, you put them in the oven, you bake them, and then you paint the inside. If you've ever done that, props to you, because a lot of people didn't want to do that. If you're an actual car guy, you know what baking your headlights is. Come on, but look, you've got a lot of similar options here, but it's nice little subtle touches, and it's better than nothing, right? So you have all that. You've got a wide body. Look at that. Wheels, I always go with the 5-spoke because it just looks the best. Side mirrors, you can go whatever color your car is, or the stock black carbon fiber. Skirts, you've got a lip, carbon lip, and then full carbon. Rear fender as well. Wide boy. Now if you look at the ducting right here, wide body makes a carbon fiber, so that's a cool touch. Rear bumpers, if you look at the taillights, you can go painted and tinted. Then you can get a glass shroud over the whole back end, so it's not just open. And then of course little centerpiece changes with, I guess you call that a diffuser, with different tips and stuff. But it's better than nothing. We got nothing in Unbound, and you can even do the interior. But man, they did this car justice. It sounds amazing. I drove it in the Lamborghini playlist as I was like, I need this car. I grinded. Not even an hour. Got the money. Here we are. It's one of my favorite cars. Like I said, it's won me a ton in the grand race. It is so quick. It is so powerful. I love this thing. So should we take it out for a rip or what? Should we? Or should we just look at it? Should we just admire it for a second? Let's just admire it. Let's just throw it right here. Listen to it though. Oh my, yeah. Let's just take it in. She looks good, boys. She looks good. Should we take her out on a race? I feel like we should. Let's do, I don't know. Let's take it to a Made in Japan race. Why not? Or actually, Hawaii Scenic Tour would probably be good. Let's go do this one. This was a nice little race. Here we are. Now, I know a lot of people are like, why buy a car if I don't have to do it in a playlist? It's a racing game. It's got double the races that Need For Speed Unbound does. Let's just get that out there, okay? Racing is meant you're supposed to hot lap, repetition, driver mod, get better, learn the tracks, choose different cars, tweak the car settings. Just have fun, just race. Need For Speed Unbound multiplayer, we kept playing the same like 8 to 10 races, volume 1, okay? This game, 119 in the playlist. Not including the 6 in the Summit right now, which are new races, and then the PvP. So you're looking at 130 different races. Let's do it. Let's rip this thing around. Honestly, this is probably one of the better hypercars, especially that I've driven. Look at it. It looks good, sounds good, goes fast. What more do you want? Now I do have traction control on at the moment. What was I doing? I think I was doing off-road last time I played, and just traction control and sport just makes, yikes, that's what I get for yapping my mouth. It just feels better on off-road with some traction control, but especially when I'm driving an all-wheel drive vehicle, traction control off, man. You don't need it. You don't need it. Ooh. I'm a little rusty today, I haven't played yet. Kamehameha. What was Dragon Ball Z? Is that Goku? But yeah, one thing you'll notice that Need For Speed got wrong, look at the active arrow. You see the wing? See when I brake, it goes up? The crew got that right, man. Need For Speed. What are you doing? I like that also when you do custom races, if you guys look, we're racing other hypercars, okay? We're not racing those little buses or whatever they were. Yeah, them buses. So it's not like it keeps the same cars that were there, like custom races there. They're fun. And it's a good way to drive, because like, you were driving like what, 100, 120 mile an hour around the island in those freaking buses. I braked a little earlier there. And now you get to do it in whatever car you want. And it's the same scenery, it's the same sunset going on. I think there's a lot of replayability to this game, and a lot of people are just like, what's the point? I don't understand. Why would I go back and play a playlist? And it's like, because it's a racing game. What do you do in racing games? You race. You try to improve your times. You get better. And other people are like, I don't like the leaderboards. Then I don't know why you're playing a racing game if you don't like to race. It's all about repetition and getting better and faster. Just play the game, man. Enjoy it. Look at us, ripping past a Bugatti right now. I don't know this track, so obviously driving is subpar right now. Are we gonna cut? Yoink? Hell yeah. I need to turn the braking lines off because they lie to you. They freaking lie to you, man. Yeah, I haven't messed with the pro settings yet on this car. Most of the hypercars I haven't because they just feel so good. Like, yeah, I can probably like add a little bit of negative camber, maybe to make them grip up around the corners a little more, but overall, man, these things are so planted, they're fast. Obviously, like, my Bugatti Chiron's a little faster than this. But in PvP, man, this thing nailed it. It nets me so many wins. Like if I fall behind on like a rally raid, or like I hit something and I gotta like restart, or you know, those races, anything can happen. Somebody can push you off. There's so much going on. And this car usually will get me back up to the front of the pack. No problem. All right, let's get a little more speed and let's just go. We're doing 270, not bad. Obviously, it's not the fastest car. But I mean, like, these cars are very, very balanced, especially in PvP. Everything's for the most part, a level playing field, and I think they should have a PvP mode where you use your own car with whatever perks you have on it, and I'm sure they'll add that because they're talking about adding more playlists and all kinds of stuff. But I mean, just going back and doing this, not in those like Samba buses or whatever, like this is a solid race, and I'm on 4 out of 5 difficulty. You go 5 out of 5. Sometimes like they're a good challenge. Other times you can't even come close to them. You can't catch them. And then, you know, I can't find a good balance for difficulty. I usually stay 4 out of 5. But I mean, look at that. Lamborghini Countach. There you go. I'd advise getting one, boys. It's a solid car. It drives so well. And the Crew Motorfest Ivory Tower did it justice compared to Need for Speed Unbound. You boys know the drill. Subscribe, come back. See you on the next one.